Welcome back, beautiful and amazing, and also civilized human beings, to the We Are Change news show called What the Hell is Going On? And that's why in this video we are going to be talking about the latest of what is happening down in Puerto Rico, which I actually may go down to. We're also going to be talking about this kind of almost video game-like compilation of the Iranian military that was just released, showing you their sieging of a British oil tanker, how that situation could have ended in disaster. We're also going to be talking about a brave and stunning woman fighting for my rights to have my balls waxed. Like, that's not even a joke. Plus, the story gets a lot more insane, and yeah, that plus a lot more here on this independent media broadcast that is brought to you by you. Now, just jumping into the first story, this one stood out for me, since we're getting new studies asking children in China, the United Kingdom, and the United States what they wanted to be when they grow up, and not shockingly, but disappointingly, the majority of the youth in the United Kingdom by 30% and in the United States by 29% said that they want to be YouTube vloggers, compared, of course, to just 18% from China, where the number one popular answer is an astronaut. And as a fellow YouTuber, if you could call it that, kids, no. Seriously, if you have someone who's younger who wants to be a vlogger, they should understand how absolutely insane this business is. That takes an insane amount of work to actually be competitive in. Personally speaking, not even remembering when I had a day off, and even if you're willing to put in all your blood, sweat, and tears, it still doesn't matter, because YouTube could just say, "Eh, we don't like you." And there's so many anomalies, and there's so many things that I could get into. But even just recently, there's been a massive flow of people unsubscribing from my channel when I'm working harder than ever. I'm doing a video every single day. I don't think I even took a day off this entire year, and yet I'm still losing subscribers every single day, with many people saying that they're unsubscribed without their permission or notification, or them not even doing it, just YouTube automatically unsubscribing us from them. They're a company that sends out duplicitous messages that constantly contradict themselves in vague legal speak and generalizations, when they strip away your ability to make a regular, consistent income just based on some mystery that we're not even entitled to know about, that determined so. There's a reason why my t-shirt says demonetized, which, by the way, is something you can pick up at our official merchandise store to offset some of these costs. Teesprings.com store. The link is in below. So yeah, kids trying to be YouTubers, listen to me closely, because I'm gonna give you some important advice here. Buy my t-shirt. Moving forward. Oh yeah, I forgot. Also, YouTube is also facing a multi-million-dollar FTC fine, by the way, for, targeting, spying, quote, handling of kids' information, which the FTC sees as a violation of the federal law that was designed to protect children and their data. But okay, being serious on this specific topic, just do understand that there's a lot more to a career than, of course, you see just on the artificial, superficial outside layer. And at the same time, the biggest component here is you are at the whim of a multinational technocratic corporation that has been absolutely cold-blooded, not just to us, but to Count Dracula and a number of just other individuals in so many different spheres that just out of the blue have been taken down. I mean, just yesterday, my Facebook was temporarily taken down. I was accused of spreading spam and going against the community standards for sharing a Daily Mail link and talking about the latest developments with Iran. So again, before we leave, just know you should definitely sign up on our email list. The link to this will be in the description below. This is the only sure way that I could actually still communicate with people. And even with that, I'm getting people telling me, hey, your emails are in my spam box. So if you sign up and you're not getting emails from us, there's usually one a week. You're not getting email, check your spam. But moving forward now, in mass corporation pandering news, desperately trying to cling to any relevancy, we have big corporations trying to profit off the Storm Area 51 event /meme/prank with Kool-Aid, Oreo, Burger King, and of course Bud Light that officially is offering free Bud Light to any alien that makes it out of Area 51. And we're talking about it, so their PR advertising actually worked. They actually got over 51,000 retweets to do this. And my official stance is don't drink beer. It's actually a poison that calcifies your pineal gland and has fluoride in most of the beer. Okay. Moving forward in the news, we have this brave, stunning woman. Her name is Jessica Yande, and she is a brave and stunning model and an LGBTQ2SI or LA and human rights activist who is fighting for your right to have free speech activists like Lindsay Shepherd banned from the platform, and your right as a person with family-friendly show. As a being with male genitalia, if you are a being with male genitalia and decide to identify as a woman, she is fighting for your right in the International Human Courts Tribunal right now to have your balls waxed. Yep, this brave and stunning woman is essentially shutting down the businesses and taken, this is now over dozens of individuals to court against gender identity discrimination complaints that she filed, dozens of, because a spa refused to perform a Brazilian bikini wax on her male genitalia. As she says it, fighting for human rights equality is going after many companies who are allegedly, to the Daily Caller, coming from poor immigrant women who speak English as a second language, with one business owner even having the gall to say that, quote, she was not comfortable carrying out a Brazilian wax on a person with male genitalia, nor did she have the training for it. How dare she discriminate against this proud woman that literally is in the Canadian Human Rights Tribunal hearing right now. The Human Rights Tribunal hearing decided to take on this case where accusations of Nazism are flying as, How dare this business even say that they have no problems with LGBTQ people? Oh my goodness, that should be a human rights violation and complaint right there. But the Human Rights Tribunal will be announcing their decision on this case in a few weeks, which we're going to be following very closely and looking at just some of the events that unfolded in Canada before. I'm very much looking forward to most likely the soon-to-be day where I could also get a Brazilian wax. Now, okay, moving forward into more kind of substantial, kind of serious news, we have the Iran Revolutionary Guard releasing compilation footage of their military forces with speedboats and helicopters and commandos literally propelling down onto a British oil tanker in the Strait of Hormuz, escalating the situation to what I inevitably see as a conflict that will happen in the region. And people need to understand the bigger ramifications of yesterday's events as we're finding out more details that could have led to a disastrous situation where we found out that the UK Royal Navy was actually just 10 minutes away, was rushing to stop Iran from seizing the British tanker, which could have led to a big conflict, a big firefight, which thankfully did not happen as of yet. But events like this and all the developments and details we're getting shows you how close we actually are to a real physical fight between Iran and the UK-US forces. And these are pretty bold actions by the Iranians that had their oil tanker just a few days ago also seized by the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom has since returned that oil tanker, but it looks like Iran is retaliating. And of course, these tit-for-tat escalations that will only get worse firm here. Now, the United Kingdom is saying diplomatically that they are extremely disappointed in these events, and you could bet your bottom dollar that this will not be the end of this geopolitical foreign policy conundrum that is the neoconservative wet dream of war with Iran, which again would be just absolutely devastating and would make the Iraq war look as if it was actually successful. It would make Iraq look like a cakewalk, and we saw the disaster that came from that situation. And we need to understand here specifically that Iran is a developed military force that many people call a drone superpower, since of course Iran in 2011 was able to bring down and capture the Sentinel RQ-170 drone, one of the, if not the most advanced drones in our arsenal, and many people believe that Iran, since 2011, was able to reverse engineer this drone and could be one of the reasons why they are considered a drone superpower. But in all considerations, but looking at just the pure logistics here and the facts here, if the United States would engage, I would say when they engage Iran in a military conflict, Iran would be the most developed country the United States has fought since, I would even argue, since World War II. And the United States has been in a lot of conflicts since World War II. And of course, the United States is sending out more troop deployments. This is kind of more of a bigger PR move, because if the United States military was deploying a massive amount of troops for a larger military attack, you of course would not hear it proudly announced by U.S. forces. And this is a situation that we're going to be following closely, since it's one of the most important issues in the world right now. And in our last topic for today, we have insane video footage coming from the old town in Puerto Rico, in San Juan, where we are seeing thousands of individuals flooding the streets, protesting against the governor, where tear gas is being deployed in these small roadways in the old town, with a situation that is only escalating and becoming more turbulent. And of course, many people of Puerto Rico have decided to take to the streets. They even took to horses and motorcycles. Really crazy footage coming out of Puerto Rico. And if you guys want me to be there, please let me know. Again, we're funded pretty much by you, but if you guys tell me, hey, I really would love some real journalism on the ground there, you guys do have to let me know. But a lot of the criticism, of course, is against the Puerto Rican governor, who, by the way, had hundreds of pages of his private text messages leak, showing and highlighting high-level corruption that has been going on for a very long time, that has pissed off the Puerto Rican people, with even U.S. presidential candidate Tulsi Gabbard going on the ground showing her support, along with other Democratic candidates who are not on the ground, but Tulsi Gabbard decided to be on the ground, behind this protest to stand up against the corruption in Puerto Rico. The latest information we're getting is that the governor has actually gone AWOL, as protesters are of course gathering outside of his residence. All of this while U.S. officials are calling for him to step down, and surprisingly, this seems like an issue that both the left and the right actually agree on. There is actually even a pending audit happening right now of the hurricane relief money that was sent down to Puerto Rico, with many people expecting the results to lead to many people being sent to jail. And of course, if you remember, Donald Trump was heavily criticized for the crisis in Puerto Rico, which he responded to by saying that there was a lot of corruption in Puerto Rico that prevented aid from going to the people. But until the audit is finally done and the results are in, it is, in my opinion, still too early to make a bigger decision here on who was right and who was wrong, and ultimately it doesn't matter. What matters is that there's people standing up for their rights and trying to get rid of a government, which, maybe that's not such a bad idea. But who knows? Those are just my opinions and my thoughts. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below if you thought I was utterly, horribly wrong, or if you agree with me. And at the same time, understand we are a small mom and pop operation. It's pretty much me here, and we could use all the help we could get. Not only with your donations, with you sharing the video, because YouTube obviously won't send it out to anyone, but also predominantly with you guys telling me, hey, I got a couch here in Puerto Rico you could crash on. Hey, you should go to Puerto Rico. Hey, you should go check this out, because ultimately you guys are not just the people that keep this operation going, but you also are the newsroom. And because of all the help and all the support and all the information that I'm getting from you beautiful, amazing, pragmatic people, this is why I try to end every single video by saying, love you guys, stay tuned for more.